delighted to be here because, as an energetically sensitive person, I have had Reiki by my side supporting me. And today we're going to cover what is Reiki, how has it helped me, how has it been my friend through the past few years, and if you are energetically sensitive or you are emotionally sensitive or if you're going through any physical or emotional health challenge, how can Reiki help you, right? So let's first talk about what is Reiki. Mikao Usui, a Japanese individual, discovered Reiki in 1860s when he was meditating and he received the intelligence of Reiki on a mountain. And since then, many spiritual individuals have been practicing Reiki for themselves. I found Reiki in 2021 when I was going through a spiritual awakening and I was extremely energetically sensitive and I was bombarded by energies all the time and did not know what to do. And to my skin and my physical body, it felt really harsh. It felt as though I could not survive the energetic intrusion, as though the energy was pricking and poking my skin and making me feel unsafe. And when you are an energetically sensitive person, often you might feel the need for protection, the need for safety, the need to reduce um, stimulation by isolating yourself or by feeling as though you can't go out or you need to do something to protect yourself. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how do energetically sensitive people or emotionally sensitive people get impacted by the world, right? The stimulation around us. Now, stimulation could be anything from loud noises, crowded spaces, people who we don't like, vampire energies, toxic people, hectic schedules, weather not being great, a very rainy day, a very hot day, a very windy day, too much work to do, nothing to do, stress related to family, relationships, career. All of this is stimulation in a way. And stimulation can affect our nervous system, it can affect our energy body, our emotional body, and make us feel drained, make us feel confused, make us feel foggy, make us feel sad, lonely, depressed, as though we can't get out of situations, tough situations. And this can affect our energy body. It can make our energy centers weaker if we don't know how to heal our energy bodies, clear our energy bodies, or we don't know how to navigate situations wherein our energy can be compromised. For example, if you're somebody who works in a firm and you go into the office and you are surrounded by people who are extremely stressed out, they are people who are frustrated with their bosses, with their colleagues, with the work not getting done on time, them having their own family relationship problems, health problems, them having emotional problems. And there you are getting affected by all of that because you're energetically sensitive or emotionally sensitive, absorbing all of that and making it your own. And to your energy body and emotional body, it can feel like something is pricking you, poking you, hurting you, pushing into you, pulling into you, making you feel uncomfortable, uneasy. And it's not just you, it was also me for many years and still is me because I'm highly sensitive and I experience the world differently and I can sense energy and I can absorb it. And if you don't know how to maintain your energy body, it can be quite difficult. So I empathize with you if you feel you are energetically sensitive or you are somebody who is emotionally sensitive. And why is this not a bad thing, right? When I talk about it, I might sound as though it's a negative, but it's not really negative. Being energetically sensitive opens us to the world in a way energetically sensitive people are not. not people who are not energetically sensitive are not. For example, if you're energetically sensitive, you could be more intuitive, so you would understand threat better, you could understand opportunities better. Your energy can tell you where it is safe for you, where it's not safe for you. It can protect you from harm as well, from energy vampires as well. And when you're energetically sensitive, you can empathize with others more, you can be more compassionate, can be more caring, because you can understand other people's pain, their energy, and there are solutions as well, like as to what can help them. For example, if you've heard a co-worker or a parent telling you their problems and you immediately felt a sense of empathy, like a beam of empathy emerge within you, because you sense their energy and they were not doing great that day, they were feeling low, and you felt as though you could sense that. Well, that's not something that everybody can do. Yes, we are moving towards a world where everybody is getting more kinder and empathetic in a way, a part of the human population at least. But empathy is very different from being energetically sensitive. When you're energetically sensitive, you can feel other people's pain in your body. And feeling empathy, compassion for somebody when they are in pain is very different. And energetic sensitivity also is a gift. It means that you're able to understand the world in a different way, in an energetic way, not just in a material way or even an emotional way. You're going deeper into your understanding, right? So if you feel that you're energetically sensitive, you've thought of that before, and today when you're hearing this from me, you feel as though this is making sense to me. I always thought that being energetically sensitive was a bad thing, but now that I'm here, I'm listening to Pranita speak about energetic sensitivity, I sense that maybe it's not that bad. Makes me a better human being, makes me a more gifted person. And I know that the word gifted can be used in a negative bias sometimes. And I don't mean gifted in that way or special in that way, but gifted in the sense that your understanding about the world could be way more non-linear and precise than other people. And being energetically sensitive can be fun after we overcome all its challenges, knowing how to manage our energy. Once we get there, you can really enjoy being energetically sensitive. When you're energetically sensitive, you can connect with energy, right? So you can connect with energy of an object, of a person, of angels, of God, anything that you wish to connect to. And that is unique in its own way. So, if you are somebody who is suspecting that you are energetically sensitive but you felt really negative about it, I encourage you to have a different mindset. And I also empathize with you because in the year 2021, when I started understanding that I was energetically sensitive, not just emotionally sensitive, I was so critical of myself. I felt that there was something wrong with me. I was guilty, extremely scared of what was happening with me, of my sensitivity. Energetic sensitivity can feel extremely scary, extremely overwhelming, especially if you don't know what it is. Imagine being able to sense energy of an object, of a person, of a tree, of a plant. of a room, but not knowing that you are, can make it a very scary place to be in. It can make it very challenging for you to understand if you're okay, for others to not misunderstand you as well, right? So, if you're somebody who is going through energetic sensitivity and feels as though, I don't know what's going on with me, I feel as though something wrong, I'm feeling and sensing all of this, something just wrong, and I can see it, other people can see it. How do I not be critical of myself? How do I tell myself that, hey, it's fine, nothing's wrong with me, right? Well, the first step to that is learning about energetic sensitivity and what can help you. I went through a series of educational courses to understand my energetic sensitivity. I learned Reiki, pranic healing, delved into access consciousness, if you're aware of it, art, angelic healing, shamanic healing. But what really helped me was Reiki. It was part of my, it was a significant part of my understanding of energy. Reiki is slightly different from other forms of energy healing. And again, within Reiki, there are different types of Reikis as well. But today we're just going to talk about angelic Reiki because that's the one that I practice. So, what is angelic Reiki? Have you ever heard of it? If you have, just say yes in the comment section. Just see somebody say hi, Subhadi Pradhan. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. So, what is angelic Reiki? Angelic Reiki is a form of energy healing modality that comes from angels. Now, you may ask, are angels even real? Right? Of course they are. And I used to be an atheist until 2020 when I had a massive spiritual awakening, like I mentioned, and I had to believe in something that was bigger than me, that was not rooted to the material reality. And that's when I started connecting to my guardian angels, to my angels, and realized that there were forces of influential energies that were from the angelic realm. And all of us have angels. We don't have to be gifted to have angels. All of us have angels. We have guardian angels, archangels, right? And Reiki, when you work with angelic Reiki, can connect us to the angels, but also their Reiki gifts for our emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic, and soul health. So, if you are somebody who is going through a tough time with your energy, ask yourself this question: what would happen if I tried a Reiki session? Now, you might wonder, what does a Reiki session entail? What do I have to do? And you're not the only one. Every time I speak about Reiki, people ask me, what does one do in a Reiki session? What's my part? And I tell them, you have no part to play, literally. And I don't mean that in a sense, you don't have to participate. But it's not a participation like you need in other healing modalities. For example, in pranic healing, you might have to relax and lie down and be in a state of receiving. If you're if you're going to the doctor, let's just say that, and you're trying to heal yourself through allopathic medicine, you have to be there, right? Your entire body has to be there. Your physical body, you have to walk or drive to the doctor's clinic, talk to the doctor, explain, and the doctor will check you, do all the examination. There's a process for it. But with Reiki and angelic Reiki, the only thing it asks you to do is to believe that energy exists and that Reiki energy will reach you when it is passed on to you, right? And Reiki, angelic Reiki, is at least the one that I do, is distant. That means you can be in any part of the world, and I'd be at my home, in my office, or in my practice center and send the Reiki energy to you. And it'll come to you at a time that's comfortable for you. You don't have to do anything. You can be continuing with your daily tasks, but the Reiki energy will still reach you. What Reiki energy does, or angelic Reiki energy does, is that it collaborates with your soul in healing your physical, emotional, mental, psychic, or energetic or soul level problems. Now, collaboration requires mutual effort. And here, I don't mean effort in doing something, but rather in accepting the Reiki energy at a soul level. And when Reiki energy reaches you, it can feel extremely gentle, soothing, inviting, warm, and safe. It can hold us in a bubble of protection, love, light, and make us feel that everything's going to be okay. And most times, energetically sensitive people require just that. They require to be shown by energy that they're fine. And I say that because when we are surrounded by toxic vampire energies, and if we are energetically sensitive, our body, our energy body, immediately can shrink, and that can affect our physical body, our mental body. And here, when I mean mental body, I mean our emotional well being, our inner child, the elements in our body, and all of it can feel as though they're shrinking. And when we feel like we're shrinking, we often don't feel safe, right? But angelic Reiki, when it enters our energy field, it can help us calm down. A very recent example is last night, my dad uh, began to have severe diarrhea, and he was continuously going to the loo, and he was panting. At one point, he was feeling breathless, he was panicking, and he felt as though so scared. And then I started sending him Reiki energy, called in all his angels, called in my angels. And within a few minutes, his energy field started soothing. He felt calmer. He could sleep off. Of course, we found out today that he has gastroenteritis, severe one. But Reiki did come to his aid, right? And what it did was it cut through the fear energy he was surrounded by, that was making him feel like This is it. He was having diarrhea, but he was panicking as though something really bad was happening to him, deadly, poisonous, right? And we can feel that way when we are energetically sensitive. Not to say that he is, but when we are energetically sensitive, it's very common for us to feel as though we are in a spiral of panicking, settling down, panicking, settling down, panicking, settling down. It's very common. I felt it for years. I felt that I was in a state of flight and fight for years, for years. It wasn't until I met my soulmate that my energy system got a little more balanced. That's another topic to discuss for another day. But what I'm trying to say here is that it is common for energetically sensitive people to feel in and out of balance, to feel in and out of being in a state of extreme fear and crisis. But when we feel that there is no way out, we must think of Reiki. That's my suggestion for energetically sensitive people. Because Reiki can really cut through panic energy, fear energy. And when it's angelic Reiki, because the influence of angels is filled with light, love, and force of knowing that, hey, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And that force can be felt in Reiki. That angelic support can be felt in Reiki. Now, when I say angelic support, it's not really a physical person coming and giving us a hug and holding our problems. Doesn't work that way. We have to deal with all our problems. Of course, we have support. But angelic support, by that I mean energetic angelic support. And most times we require just that. As human beings, we're quite capable of fixing our lives. But we do need energetic support from time to time, and angelic support can help us with it. Right? So, how does Reiki work? You might be thinking. Pranita is talking a lot about angelic Reiki. She's not really telling us how angelic Reiki works. If I was in your place, I'd think that. But here's the thing. I really felt it was more necessary to speak about when uh, you're energetically sensitive, ABC can happen because Reiki is used for situations ABC. Here, A being when we are in a state of fear, B being when we are surrounded by toxic energies, and C being when we feel the need to get healing emotional, physical, cognitive, soul, or energetic, or even psychic for that matter. Right? So, how does Reiki work? A lot of people, healers, work with chi balls, which are balls of energies that are sent, infused with Reiki energies, and sent distantly to the person or to the client who has to receive the energy for said problem. And this problem could be any problem, it could be a physical, material, emotional, cognitive, soul, psychic, or energetic problem. But I work with angelic Reiki, so I use symbols. The way that I've been taught is to use symbols that were specifically channeled for specific situations, challenges. And through the symbols, I can send energy and convert them into chi balls of energy that can then be sent to people distantly over the world. And it can be received by anybody of any age, any gender, any professional economic background, any country. There's no limitation. It can also go to animals, plants, trees. And that's the beauty of it. There's no limitation or barrier or judgment as to who can get Reiki, because many times people can feel as though that's not for me. You need to be gifted to receive Reiki. No, my friend, you don't. That's a myth. You just need to be yourself to receive Reiki. And what does receiving Reiki mean, right? It just means that you have to be open to the possibility, be okay with the possibility that energy can heal us too. Angels can heal us too. A person can heal us too. Because many a times we're just stuck to medicines, forgetting that human beings can also heal other human beings, right? So, if this live streaming has helped you get some insight into energetic sensitivity, into Reiki, into angels, into yourself, and has answered or began questions for you, I think that's a wrong grammar I used there. But what I mean is, if this live streaming has helped you with insights, answers, or new questions about your health, about your gifts, about being sensitive or energetically sensitive, and you wish to explore Reiki as a solution to your problems, or just try it out to see how it could impact your physical, emotional, cognitive, soul, energetic, and psychic well being, you're welcome to book an appointment with me using the Calendly link in my bio. The fee for my appointment is $75, the first session. It's a 30-minute session where we'll just talk about your challenges and I can provide some insight. And then we can decide whether you require more sessions and what is it that's actually your calling as an energetically sensitive person, and how can Reiki support you with it. I do different types of Reiki under angelic Reiki as well. I also do Reiki through trees. I channel tree energy to heal others. That's again a beautiful form of Reiki. I channel Ma Kali and her energy to defend people going through negative intrusions, dark forces, negative abusive experiences as well. I channel Archangel Michael, White Dragon, Qilin, who's supposed to help us with wealth generation, business Reiki for better business opportunities, and many others. So, if this live streaming has left you feeling as though you'd like to explore Reiki with me further, please know that you are more than welcome to do so. And again, you don't need to be an expert in even understanding energetic sensitivity. Most of the times, I feel when I speak about energetic sensitivity, people get thrown off by the words energetic sensitivity. They are just two other words in the English vocabulary, and you mustn't get scared by it. That's my suggestion, please. because I was scared about it for a very long time. Now I'm not, and I can tell you it's a better place. So, my friend, if you're scared about these terms, whether it is Reiki or energetic sensitivity or any other term that I used today, I just like to say that it wasn't to scare you, it wasn't to make you feel different than me, but rather to help you understand that this is a possibility that could impact your life positively or negatively. And I hope you can have that perspective. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Pranita Rao. I am a former dentist, a intuitive abstract artist, an energy worker, an angelic healer, and an author. And I'm here to support you if you need it. If you found this streaming helpful, please do like and share this video once it is processed and uploaded to my channel. And definitely feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd be going live every day throughout March and would be speaking about topics under the umbrella of sensitivity, art, Reiki, energy healing, angels, spirituality, also highly sensitive people, and slow living, and so much more. So, if you're interested, do join me every single day. It'll be fun to get to know you, and it'll be fun to teach you everything I know. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day ahead if you're abroad, and a good night ahead if you're in India. Bye.